Welcome to the Fairly Relatable Podcast.
It's like therapy with your best friends, minus the copay.
We're back.
It's so windy.
It's so windy. Let's talk about the wind.
Did you just hear that?
I did. I've been hearing it all day.
No, something just hit the outside. Are we starting?
We're starting. Welcome back, everyone.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. We got a lot happening. It's a new year. So
it is January. The holidays are over. I was sick as a dog, as were you.
Yeah, that's actually the main thing I wanted to talk about.
Well, caveat, we're going to hack our way through this episode.
That's right.
Do you say caveat for that?
Disclaimer? Caveat? Yeah. Caveat works.
Disclaimer.
Sounds good.
So we apologize ahead of time. Okay, so we haven't recorded in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I know you guys have missed us. We're really sorry.
We are sorry. We've been MIA for a minute, holidays and whatnot.
You must have had so many withdrawals.
I know.
Not you.
All right.
Audience.
Wait,
well,
now we can hear the wind.
No, it's really loud.
First and foremost, we should address the wind situation.
Today is the day of the Pacific Palisades fires that are happening.
That's right. I did hear about that. So actually, I want to know how you heard. Oh, you heard. Did you hear about it from me, the wind situation?
Yeah. So Kara loves to alert to catastrophes on our...
Catastrophes? Oh. My laugh right now is so hoarse. It's like,
wait,
you're right. I was thinking of the word catastrophize.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
I haven't heard the word catastrophe in so long.
But if there's a potential catastrophe, we will get a message from you on our group text that something's coming. And you did alert us yesterday before I even knew about the wind. There was a text from you that was basically like, deadly winds are coming. Run for your life.
I believe the headline said life-threatening winds.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Okay, so somebody sent it to me. It was from weather.gov. Because, of course, I'm like, I've never seen a headline, life-threatening winds. I've never seen it. So I almost didn't believe it because somebody sent it to me. So then I went to weather.gov. Sure enough, then on ABC News, life-threatening wind. Now, I don't think it's life-threatening around here, but there are some issues in the Palisades, which is like near Malibu-ish, right?
Mm-hmm. But to be fair, it's not the wind threatening lives. It caused fires.
Right, but it's a life-threatening. Oh, it's a life-threatening storm.
No. It's a life-threatening winds. Which, not to minimize, I want to make it clear, I'm not minimizing anything, but like
the wind itself is like
the wind was gonna like throw someone into a tree trunk.
Or just like someone opens an umbrella and just like shoots up.
So I got scared to drive today because I'm like
scared to drive under normal weather.
This is true, but I was still in my bubble driving.
Oh yeah,
I didn't have to drive outside my bubble. I was just driving to work, but I thought, geez, is the wind gonna like take the car? And I had to go down the Camarillo grade, and you
take the car like it's a personal,
like it's gonna just shift it out of its.
Okay, don't mind me. I'm just playing with my rod here. I'm gonna get it dialed in.
Microphone. Do you hear yourself?
My microphone.
Your rod. Yeah, I thought it would shift the car, or like driving would be too like scary and hard to do, but it was fine. But right now it's really windy.
It is. Excuse me.
We're gonna have to just make a reel of every cough that happens throughout this episode.
Cough. Hearing it.
Yeah,
we had about our ailments.
Oh,
do you want to start? I'll start.
Oh,
I actually want to start.
You start.
Okay. So yes, the disclaimer is we are going to be hacking the whole time, the whole episode. And I know like everyone's sick, right? Like everybody's getting sick.
There's so much going around. I mean, you really went through it actually.
Yeah. I ended up going to the ER.
Yes. Okay. You go first.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess long story short, I was at a dance competition. Sunday rolls around, body ache started, then chills, and it just got progressively worse to where this has not happened in decades with me. Decades. And I'm wondering if it's because I'm on medication that suppresses my immune system.
I think
because of
so,
breast
after the
cancer.
chemo.
Chemo and all that. And the
Yeah.
meds I take lower my white cell count. But anyway, so I ended up getting like horrible high fevers, 103.2. And it was like, I would have these moments where I'd wake up in the middle of the night shaking with like, I could tell I was just like radiating heat.
Did your rod shake?
My rod shifted. It moved toward my bosom. Okay. So anyway, I would wake up like shaking to where I'd see the glass of water on the nightstand, like the nightstand. And I had like a TV tray, actually. I had my nightstand and TV tray with all my stuff. And it took everything I had to even grab that water. And I would force it. Long story short, I thought I was going to die. Like I thought I was dying. I ended up going to the ER after like 2 or 3 days of insane fever, dehydration. They gave me all the things, the IV bag and the Decadron and the steroid and all that, Benadryl. And my headache did instantly go away. And then I got better from there, but I had influenza A. They did
It's
like
going
a
around.
thing.
A lot, the swine flu.
Who told you that?
Well, first of all, it was on our text thread, but a lot of people have been getting it. Is it not the swine flu?
So influenza A is like in a category, like it includes swine flu.
Oh.
I think it's H1N1. Wait.
When you
Keep
look
talking.
that up, can we go back to the term TV tray? Like you're in the 50s?
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it. I feel so like such a piece of shit. Like
we
eat off of TV trays.
Where do you even get one of those?
Amazon. I don't know.
Can you describe it? Is it like a cafeteria tray?
It's like a little folding black. We have 2 of them.
Oh, like a whole contraption, not just the tray.
No. Yeah. Pig
Oh.
influenza. I don't know. All I know is I had influenza A, which could be the swine flu.
Maybe you got it from your chickens.
I think I got it from Sunny.
There was like a whole thing at Costco eggs.
Really? Swine flu?
Recalled.
Bird flu.
What's the difference?
So
What's
the
a
bird
swine?
flu.
Oh, swine
is a pig. Bird flu is going around. No, I shouldn't say going around. Bird flu has been identified in California in like a couple cases, 1 case.
Yeah, like the next nationwide epidemic.
Like monkeypox that fell off.
Pandemic?
Yeah. I don't know what the difference is. But anyway, that was my ailment. And it's taken me, now I have a cold and it's taken me.
Yeah, you really went through it. So our holiday consisted of going to Big Bear, where Ben was sick the entire time.
With what?
Whatever it is that Adam ended up getting in me, it's like a beast. Like saying a cold just doesn't do it justice.
Right.
It wasn't the flu, but it was like a beast of a cold. Like literally you just feel like shit. Like so bad. Like saying like shit doesn't do it justice. It's so, because you feel like shit when you have a
misery.
Cold. It is so intense and so bad. And the whole time, God, I'm awful. The whole time Ben's sick, I'm always just like, pull it together.
The man flu.
But like when I got it, I acted worse than him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Did he make you feel bad about being sick?
Never. He's like, no, like stay in bed. And I'm just like, are you good? Like, are we
right?
Like he did the whole vacation. He even went tubing with the kids.
Feeling like crap?
He started to feel better, and then after tubing, he started to get worse.
Dang.
Yeah. And then on our last day, Adam got it. He ended up with a high fever for 1 day, and then he just had a bad cold. And then I ended up getting it. And then in the midst of all of it, Sydney got lice.
Oh, man.
Poor kid. She's in Big Bear scratching her head. And she's like, my head's itchy. And I was like, no, you're fine. It's dry weather up here. Mommy's putting lotion on my skin. Everything's dry. It's just dry. And then we came home and she's like, my head's itchy. And I was like, let me check. And the color of her hair turns out is like the color of the bugs.
Oh, really?
Like that light, like it's kind of like a
Oh,
lightish,
yeah.
darkish
Yeah,
brown.
it is.
And I looked and I was like, I can't really tell. I think you're fine. The next day she said it again and I looked at the base of her neck and it was red.
Yes.
And I was like, that's what happened to Kara. Fuck.
The only difference is I'm 41 and she's
10.
10.
But I remember that happening to you where like you got this
Yeah.
like big, like heated like rash.
Right.
And I just knew.
Mm.
So we went in, and by the grace of God, I didn't have it, and Adam didn't have it. Ben's bald, so I wasn't really concerned. But they had to go through the whole thing to get it out of Sydney. I'm still sick. It wasn't a bad 2 weeks. Like Christmas was great, the trip was great, but like at some point, everyone was dealing with something. And then the whole time in Big Bear, you good? The whole time in Big Bear, every night. Oh no, wait, Christmas. I called you.
Yeah.
Christmas, I ended up with like a 12-hour flu. I was at my mom's for Hanukkah. It was Christmas morning. In the afternoon, I started to feel a little funky. We went to my mom's for Hanukkah. I got like sick at my mom's. Ben had to bring me home. I didn't have like one latke this Hanukkah.
Like you were throwing up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you said sick, I want people to know just how
Okay, yeah.
what we're dealing with
lots
here.
of that.
Okay.
And then I thought it was like a 12-hour thing. Well, then we go to Big Bear and I'm like fine for a day. Then every night, Kara, I don't know if I've told you this yet. Every day I'm fine. Every night I lay in bed and at some different point at night, like one night I was up from 2 to 5 with like the worst stomach pains. One night I woke up and I was just vomiting. Like I just had to get it all out. And then I would be fine all day long. And then it got to the point where like the last night I was like, I'm not even going to eat dinner because I know I'm going to throw it up. And we're driving, like I'm at this point, like messaging my doctor. I need to come in when we come. Ben's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Every night you're sick, but every day I was fine. I didn't feel sick at all. So I'm driving down the mountain from Big Bear and all of a sudden I was like, I'm like good. And I looked into it and I talked to actually someone else about it. It was altitude sickness. And there's something about when you lay down, your stomach like expands in the air in your stomach and you get like nauseous and like gassy and vomity. The second I got home from Big Bear, totally went away.
You had altitude sickness?
Yeah.
Jessie, I thought that's for when people like summit Everest.
Or
you got it
or
in Big Bear.
But I was talking to one of to Perry's friend.
Someone's like, "Oh, you got altitude sickness? Oh, did you like summit Mount Whitney?" No, I went to Big Bear.
No, I went to Big Bear, but I talked to someone else who she's like, it happens to me the worst at Big Bear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's
so like
crazy.
The mountains are out for me.
No, they're out. Yeah,
it was altitude sickness sucks.
That's crazy.
Every night you go to bed and you know you're gonna get up at some point in the night sick.
I thought maybe it was like something in the room or
no. And the whole time I'm sleeping in the bed with Sydney and I didn't get lice.
We
didn't share a pillow. Yeah, I got like really
tested.
Okay. You want to check me?
No. Did you find live ones on Sydney?
Oh yeah. So she's like, did someone sit on her right side? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, because there's more live ones on her right side and not a lot on her left side. At first she thought it was like a month infestation. And then she's like, no, this is pretty recent. There's like and then she showed me how to check for them. And then I don't think I've ever seen the real bug before.
Mm-hmm.
It is foul.
Oh, so foul.
And then so I come home and we're washing everything and I'm washing her brushes and I put them in a sink and I filled it with hot water and soap and you see it's like rise to the surface. And then I had to put everything in the freezer. It was disgusting.
It's like basically like the human version of fleas.
It's disgusting. There's this place in Thousand Oaks called Hair Helpers where you go and they'll check you. And then if you have it, they'll remove it. What a gold mine.
Dude, yeah.
What
I wonder, so they're able to look at you and like they were able to look at her situation and guesstimate if it was recent or not.
Yeah.
How long do you think they would have told me mine had been there?
2 months.
I think it would have been like 4.
Kara, that's so awful. So you just went from having 0 reactions to it to like full-blown rash?
Oh yeah, I had welts and everything, and it's the lice when they bite the saliva. Some people are like highly allergic to it, and it was making my eyes water.
Oh, I remember you. I thought you had crossed over to my side, and then when we went to Newport, we were all like,
yeah. A little bit of irony. You were like one of the Kara just runs about my lice.
Listen, I wasn't thrilled Sydney had lice either. I wasn't like, come rub your head on me, kid. No, I remember when my hair was so big and curly as a kid and I got lice. I remember being bent over that bathtub while my mom tried to like brush it out. I was traumatized because I had so much hair.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember having it as a kid. But I do want to circle back to this illness.
TV tray.
We can talk about the TV tray anytime you want. But the illness thing, why? Like, I know last year people were really
gonna come forward with a conspiracy.
I have one in my back pocket.
Oh,
you want to. You know what? Kristen Cavallari. Shout out to Kristen Cavallari again. She loves a good conspiracy theory.
So let's just share with everybody. Kara is all about the conspiracy theory.
I don't necessarily believe them, but I like entertaining them.
Are you sure you don't believe them?
Some of the weird ones I don't.
Kara's all about it. And I'm not saying they're all, I don't
it could
entertain
be true.
some of them.
Could be true.
But like,
you're the one that, you got on the Diddy and the rabbit hole and then it turned out to be true. So some of them.
I mean, was that a conspiracy theory or just
for
where there's smoke, there's fire?
No, that was like people were talking about that for decades.
That for sure. And Jay-Z's next. And I just can't wait to see. Did you watch the Golden Globes at all? I didn't watch it either, but I watched. Do you know who Nikki Glaser is? She's so funny. She's a comedian.
She has the show on Netflix, I think
she did. And then she did the Tom Brady roast. Anyways, she opened for the Golden Globes. You should just watch that. That's the only part I watched.
Yeah.
And then she was like, we're making history tonight. In 5 years, we're going to look back and be like, it was something about like, oh, that was the last time he was in a room with all of us before he was convicted too. Like not knowing, like just saying like there's so many people in that audience that are about to get named.
Oh yeah. Well,
then
again, the Epstein list never came out. We'll see.
Oh, these things are gonna.
You think they'll come out?
I think Jay-Z's going down, and I think more and more.
I'm telling you again, like the Jay-Z, like there's like a ring of people that do like that was conspiracy, but people have been talking about it. Jay-Z too for a long time. My husband. Anyway. Because he knows a lot of all that stuff.
Well, Justin's not just conspiracy. He like knows people
he knows
in
some
that
shit.
world.
But
does Justin think Kanye's really Kanye? I know. That's another conspiracy.
I think Kristen Cavallari talks about and Britney.
Yeah.
Right? Kanye and Britney.
Britney can't be.
Oh, Britney. Oh, Brit. I want to talk about the fog.
Okay.
No, yay. The fog is coming. Has anyone heard about this?
Stop.
Okay, no, listen, for real.
Because of you.
I'm not saying I believe this to be true. In fact,
you just said it's coming.
Hang on. I need to blow my nose.
We maybe shouldn't have recorded yet.
Probably not, but we really, really wanted to get back to it. Okay, so the thing with the fog, I'm like 70% sure it's not true. 80% sure it's not true. That 20%, however.
What does Justin say? 90% sure it's
he's
true?
He's real hooked into this one, unfortunately.
No, I'm glad.
I didn't get... I'm not.
I don't want it to be true.
So apparently there's like these weird incidences, news reports of fog, like all over the United States, different parts of the world, and you can look it up. There's like people in Florida talking about it.
Always say that when you're talking about a conspiracy. You can look it up. Meaning it's true. It's true.
Like
it's verified.
This part is true that there are news reports about it, right? Like Yahoo News talks about it. Okay. So the thing is, there's like
your
this
trusted
fog.
source.
Well, Yahoo, somewhat.
Yahoo.
Okay. So the idea is that people are seeing weird fog, and that the fog not only looks weird, it has like almost looks like snow, but it's supposed to be fog, like in Florida. And it smells chemically, and a bunch of people are getting sick, like flus,
bird flu,
swine flus,
influenza A, influenza B, COVID.
Colds. Yeah.
So basically, if you get sick, it's the fog.
It's the fog. And if you're in a densely fogged area, wear a mask. Actually, I don't think masks work.
Oh, wait, what did
you just say?
I said it.
Dude, my mom wore a mask into the ER with me with the influenza A, and she got sick. She was like, I was like, Mom, don't be in here. You can't be.
Maybe
I'm wearing a
it
mask.
wasn't the ER. Maybe it was being around you the whole time.
Masks work, everyone, to an extent.
Okay, maybe she got sick because she was around you taking care of you and the kids.
Maybe. I don't know. Timeline wise, seemed a little weird. But yeah, she.
Were you sick on Christmas? Can you cover your mouth?
Why?
What if you're still sick?
What if you're still sick? You're hacking too. You're over there
Like
hacking
this, into my elbow.
Oh, all right. I'll work on covering my mouth.
Kara, I don't know if we should have recorded. What is it going to sound like with all this coughing?
It's fine. This is like the sickest time of year.
Oh, man.
People cough.
Whoa. Whoa. The lights just flashed. It's the wind.
It's the fog. The fog is coming.
Oh my God.
That should be the title of the episode.
The fog is coming. I thought the title could be Poor Brittany.
Oh, we didn't really talk much about her.
Did I tell you my Brittany story over COVID?
No.
So we lived in Newbury Park when it was COVID, like time. And I remember just needing to get out of the house, and we went on this long walk and we went to a park and we're sitting there. You remember, I have a picture.
I vaguely remember.
And we're just sitting there hanging out, and this chick on a bike in cutoff jean shorts and a like turquoise bikini top is just riding in circles alone around the park, just circles. And there's this white Mercedes SUV in the parking lot with two men just standing there in front of the Mercedes, and she's just riding in circles just around this park over and over. And it was her. And Sydney was like dancing, and she like made some like nice little comment. Kara was so sad. It was not normal.
Do you think that Brittany is Brittany?
So are we saying if they're not Kanye and Brittany, it's someone that looks like them? Or are we saying they're like holograms? Like, what are we saying?
Because I don't know if you're ready for this level of conspiracy.
I will never be ready, but let's do it.
All right. So there's this theory about MK Ultra. Have you heard of that? It's a form of mind control. Now, this part you can look up.
Oh,
okay.
I don't know if our audience is ready for this.
I don't subscribe to this. I'm not saying I think this is true. But the CIA does talk about using mind control, like they've declassified stuff on CIA.gov. They're probably listening. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, something about MK Ultra. You'd have to look it up, but
sounds like a cigarette.
I know it does, but they say that they're using some mind control thing, and that like the people aren't really them, and then they're like creating a like almost like a robot version of them. I don't know. See, I know more about conspiracy theories that I believe in wholeheartedly. I don't know a whole lot about this one because I don't think it's true.
I mean, Brittany's teeth are different.
I mean,
how can her teeth just shift? And she forgot how to dance.
She did?
Do you see her Instagram videos?
Oh. Well, but that's Brittany dancing Brittany. She was told to do all the other dancing.
Sure,
and I saw her live
choreography.
Yes, and
You've saw her seen her live
in Vegas. She didn't do Yeah, I went. She did not dance full out.
I was invited. I didn't want to go.
Yeah. She did not dance full out. It was a little disappointing. Now knowing what was going on with her, I get it. But it wasn't a show.
When I went to see Wicked and we had an understudy for Alphaba.
Oh, who? For who? Alphaba? Who's Alphaba?
What?
From Wicked? Isn't that Wizard of Oz?
Wait. Do you know what face? Do you not know what Wicked is?
I know what Wicked is, but isn't it based off of Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
Who's Alphaba? Or whatever.
She's the bad witch, but she's actually good.
I thought that was not Glinda.
Nope. She's the good witch, but she's actually not.
Oh.
Have you not seen Wicked? Any interest?
I'm not a fan of Ariana Grande.
Oh, she's really good in it.
Is she?
She's like comedic timing is spot on.
Okay. Yeah.
She's actually very good in it. But the woman who plays Alphaba, her voice is insane. Like brought me literally to tears just from like the vibration of her voice.
I've seen the two of them in magazines and stuff.
And then we went and we took the kids to see it at the Pantages live. And when you're listening to someone sing Defying Gravity, you want to be like moved. You want it to like shake you to your core because it's such a good song and whatever. And we had an understudy, and even Sydney was like, "Mommy, I don't love her voice."
Why
It
did
was
they have an
just
understudy for the main?
it was Saturday at 1. I think we're just like not the
And
main.
it didn't advertise it.
No, it did.
That's crazy.
And then I thought someone else came out for the second act. So when I was leaving, I asked one of the ushers, like, did they switch alphabet
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the show? Because the second half, the singing was better. And she goes, no, I'm pretty sure it was an understudy the whole time. And I was like, why didn't you guys announce it? But it's like
surprised they
seeing
didn't.
Brittany and then like not getting the full effect. It was just kind of a bummer.
Totally.
Yeah. And it's
That's
like
how I felt when I went to Vegas
really
and saw Brittany.
expensive to go see Wicked.
Yep.
No joke.
Yeah, I had a nurse doing some blood work last week or whatever. I don't know what days. And she was like, she kept checking her phone. She's like, I'm in a lottery for Wicked tickets.
Wicked?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really cute. It was good. Adam was painfully bored.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I would have been bored
He's
too.
really crossing over into that teenage territory right now where, ooh, he's testing me. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
I know I talked to you about it before we started recording, and I've reached out to Candace about it today. I think it's perimenopause, but my irritability is there's a dog in here.
Dog's scratching itself to my
I
lap.
didn't even know there was a dog in here.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie, you're so quiet.
Charlie's been very quiet. Nope, don't get up. Okay.
Oh, now Charlie's going to ask to go out. No, Charlie.
Lay down.
Sit, Charlie. Sorry, dude. Oh, man. Sorry, Charlie.
Oh, we shouldn't have even said anything.
I know. Well, it is what it is. The irritability gets so intense, I feel like I'm crawling out of my skin. And it's almost like I lose free will.
Right. Like your brain is hijacked.
Like my brain is hijacked and all I can do is react.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I can't believe I reacted that way.
Right.
I came in here,
Ben's
Ben's working, and I came in and I was like, we need to talk. I said, I just need you to know this is what's happening inside of me right now, and this is how I'm feeling. And before I lose my mind, and if you see, it feels like that day right before your period when you're just so irritable and mad, and you know, like my period's coming in the morning and I'll be fine. It feels like that kind of times 5, except my period's ended.
Crazy.
So I just told him like the house, like the people I live with are so messy, and I want to like kick him to the curb.
Yeah.
There's just shit everywhere. My job, I work full time. My job is not to come home and manage and clean this house.
Right.
Like it's bad enough Ben's office is now in my bedroom.
And our studio.
My bedroom is a bedroom, an office, and a podcast studio. Mm-hmm. And it makes me cuckoo.
I think this little setup over here is very cute, though.
It's way cuter without an office staring at it.
I agree.
And I do love my husband, but clean and organized are not words used to describe him.
No, it's too much. It's like you're wearing a lot of hats. You're doing a lot of different things with work. It's the last thing you want to do when you come home is clean a house. Totally get that. But back to the irritability.
Well, it just makes me more irritable. Like, why do the kids put their plates in the sink? Put them in the fucking dishwasher.
Right. Like in my house, it's why is there an empty can at the sink? You could have taken just as much time to walk it to the recycle. It's
almost like they want you to know they put in some effort, so they leave it there instead of just showing no evidence that they were even like around.
Right.
Yeah. The irritability. Are you not experiencing? Oh, because of the chemo and the meds?
The meds.
Damn.
No more estrogen, no more irritability for me. But again, a lot of women are opposite.
I was talking to Candace about it. She's like, yeah. And when I was texting her, she's like, this is the worst time of day too. And I was like, I think you're right. Like at the end of the workday or towards the end of the workday, I had to go and I went in my garage. I was already planning on working out, but I blasted my music so loud. Like I had to like purge just like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's because of nothing. Nothing happened.
No, that means it's like physiological or chemical or hormonal.
But how do you exist in life acting
go
like
get your
that?
ovaries taken out. You know?
Yeah.
Just put yourself in chemical menopause and then you'll be even killed like me.
Oh my God. It's wild. It's like you should like walk around with like a badge. It's like, I apologize. I'm in perimenopause.
I apologize in advance. Well, it's
or
funny
get out
because
of my fucking way. I'm in perimenopause.
that's probably more accurate. But Ben was in here and you were like, hey, so did you follow up on whatever? And he was like, oh, I'll get to it this week. And you were like, gosh, Ben. And he could not have turned and bolted out of this room faster.
I knew what I was doing.
It was like it was like he had to be anywhere but here. It's like, get me away from Jessie. Like he knew you were gonna.
I know, but that's even more frustrating when he reacts like that. Instead of like, no. Like, I know I needed to handle that. I'm going to handle it. Because when I'm reminding someone to do something, I feel like I'm airing my like marriage dirty laundry right now. But when I'm reminding someone to do something, that's another job.
Well,
that's
yeah,
another thing on my
100.
plate.
Yes, 100%. It's another management piece. There's too many management pieces.
Yeah, right now I'm working 3 separate jobs. We can go into that later. I had a big life change happen.
You did.
I had a really big life change happen. We can talk about that on another episode because I think it's worth like really explaining myself. And I'm very grateful for what, like beyond grateful. But right now, as we're like in this transitional period, I have a few different things that I'm doing. So it's fine and everything's good, but you just have to switch what hat you're wearing constantly, which is just tiring.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come home and it's a mess and the kids have homework and this kid, why do they always say mom? They never say dad.
Right.
Mom. And then you ask your husband, hey, did you handle the, oh no, fuck. Like if you could just say yes and I didn't have to ask you those questions,
right,
that would like take a load off me just to know like it's done.
Right. I feel like if I only had to ask my daughter and son, because I have to do, if I just could say it once, even go brush your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, guys, it's almost bedtime. Go brush your teeth. And I already know I'm just getting started with the following up. Like,
it's like a whole production.
It's a whole thing. And then I get to where I'm like, you guys, this is the 5th time I'm asking.
Yeah. And then you put in a consequence and then like hysterics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, okay, take your folder. Presley, I want you to take your folder out of your backpack and do your homework. Mm-hmm. Presley, put the slime down. Get your folder out. Presley, like it's every single time with so many activities and tasks. That alone is enough to just drive me over the edge.
It's such like a cliche conversation, but
it's so true.
The man, the dad, and I have to say, like Ben is I think more involved than most dads. Like he's
very involved.
He's so involved. Like he's cooking dinner right now. He does the grocery shopping a lot of times on the weekend. Like he does so much. So I don't want to take that away from him. I'm very lucky and I'm very grateful. He makes the lunches every morning. Like he does a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I was going to say.
Well, maybe this is a good thing.
Yeah, no, and I know this about him. No. I know this about him and I am really grateful. But there's just, the men, they get to like do their work and then we remind about everything. Like, I don't know, just all the things live in our brain.
I think it's
no
like
wonder
Ben
we're
says,
irritable.
Right. I think our brains are just set up really different.
I know, but it's exhausting.
Well, it is. I wonder if they feel exhausted with us. Because I nag a lot. Like
I think they feel exhausted. They're not with us. They're exhausted by us.
I don't think Justin gets exhausted. I think like he's just used to me doing.
So he just tunes you out. When I start nagging, Ben just
I'm probably
tuned power down.
Yeah,
which ramps me right up.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, that's a lot, but anyway,
irritability is the thing right now. Just I don't know. I'm listening to a book that I going to apply. It's called The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins.
Oh, yeah. Another friend of ours is
Yeah.
reading that, and I really like that theory.
It's great. So I'm just going to start saying let them all the time, and it instantly like removes the stress from your body because you're just releasing it, and that's just going to be my motto.
Well, and the words there's actually like a mantra, there's verbal words that go with it that sort of like tells the brain that that's what's happening. It's almost like switching wording from I have to go blah 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 to I get to go. The brain does know the difference in a way. You know what I mean? Like the other day I was having a really crappy day and I thought, you know what? Because when you smile, it sends signals to your brain that you're happy. So I just like slapped a smile on my face and went about my day like
that would have made me so irritable.
Like all day.
I would have been so pissed off if I was trying to smile. That did not help you.
I feel happy right now.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I think it works.
We like live in our amygdala where everything's scary. So the let them theory helps you leave the amygdala.
And gets back to the prefrontal cortex?
Yeah, I believe so.
I like it. Well,
I'll report back.
Please do.
I'm only on like chapter 5.
I feel like we've covered a lot.
Yeah. I think we did it.
It's nice to be back at it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
You're going to be the one to hit stop?
I will. Thanks for listening, everyone. Stay tuned. We have another good episode coming up right after this.
Ooh, and we have a new look coming out.
All right, guys, here's the deal. If you like what you hear,
And we know you do,
be sure to like, subscribe,
and write us a review.
That rhymes.